freaking hilarious.
Don't make me sing the whole thing. Dude, I love it when you take a bite of that thing.
Lava, chicken. Sweet lava chicken, yes, tasty as hell. Ooh, mamacita, now you're ringing the bell. Friends, man, juicy.
Rachel Zegler, thanks for coming on my show. I sold out years ago and I'm a coward. So you recently starred in the movie Snow White. Tell me, what was it like to play Snow Latina? First of all, Stephen, it was weird. But I did enjoy reimagining the character as a woke Colombian woman who looks like a fish. Well, I sold out years ago and I'm a coward. Are you surprised that everyone hates the movie? Not at all. Society is far too racist and misogynist to appreciate the reimagining of a classic Disney princess as an ugly Colombian chick. I sold out years ago and I'm a coward. You don't think making the movie a woke piece of garbage has anything to do with people hating it? Not really. The original story has Snow White falling in love with a prince, but in the remake that's super weird and makes no sense. What kind of prince would fall for a woke Colombian woman who looks like a fish? Wow. I sold out years ago and I'm a coward. Thanks, Stephen.
I'm a narcissist. Original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so.
Okay.
There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Weird. And then it became like, I will elbow everyone out of the way to play the part. That people will assume is a love story just because like we cast a guy in the movie, Andrew Burnap. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
I say, if I'm going to stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online.
And we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.
The winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people still line up to see her. And I can only hope that despite my flaws, and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them, that at every premiere, everything I do, people will wait in line to see. The dumb things I've said, I don't absolve myself from that. I'm not sitting here being like, I'm 21, please forgive me. Like, the stupid shit I've said and done is stupid shit. But I just want to say, in my personal life, I intend to move forward with a lot more grace for myself as I grow. There is a lot that I don't know, and I won't know it until I learn it, until I feel it, until I understand it, until I can see it in my hands and say, I am not broken. My break is not my end.
Let's be real. Families didn't even blink. Theaters erupted for the Minecraft movie. Tickets were gone in minutes. The energy, unmatched. Meanwhile, Snow White? A disaster unfolding in slow motion. Rachel Zegler looked like the only one. Who showed up? The silence inside that screening? Deafening. Minecraft didn't just win, it dominated. In just one weekend, it made more in the US than Snow White did globally over 3. Brutal. But Jack Black? He saw the carnage, and he mocked Rachel without mercy.
Oh, chicken jockey!
For today's presentation of a Minecraft movie, please, no throwing popcorn, and also no lapis lazuli, and also absolutely no chicken jockeys!
Okie dokie. I am walking into Snow White, 2 p.m. Now seating. Let's see how empty it is. I hope it's off the woke we go. I hope. Sound like I hear a couple of people. One, two. Okay. 2.
After Snow White released, actress Rachel Zegler went to see her movie in an empty theater, showing how nobody wanted to watch the movie.
It was supposed to be the ultimate clash. Warner Brothers unleashed Minecraft against Disney's revamped Snow White, but there wasn't even a fight. It was a clean sweep, almost embarrassing to witness. Critics didn't just criticize Snow White, they torched it. And not just the usual haters, even fans who usually celebrate modern remakes couldn't defend it. At the heart of the disaster, Rachel Zegler, branded almost overnight as a loud, self-important diva. The backlash exploded online. Some called it a woke collapse, accusing Disney of attacking tradition, gender roles, and even national identity. The new Snow White, critics slammed it as preachy, joyless, and painfully self-absorbed. Now, insiders whisper, this isn't just a flop. It could be Disney's biggest live-action failure ever.
Today, it's currently sitting at 46% on Rotten Tomatoes. You know, this thing has to be really, really bad. I mean, the critics were looking for any excuse to give it a high score. They know that conservatives don't like Rachel Zegler. Like, even they couldn't find a way to pretend that this piece of trash is anything but a piece of trash. And just to show you how trashy this is, here's a clip of Rachel Zegler performing a song from the film, apparently.
All you have to do to make your wish come true is let it echo, 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 echo. Your voice will carry through and bring that dream to you.
The lyric reheated pop music slop imaginable. Never mind that the lyrics make no sense at all. So a truly bad song with some bad life advice on top of it.
The amount of, like, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Leave it the fuck alone. Yeah, that's it. If it ain't broke, break it. Like, leave these stories alone. By the way, if she never opened her mouth and she didn't do all this nonsense, people would have gone and watched the movie. They would have made their money, but then people would have been disappointed after the math. Like, why are you talking?
Some media outlets tried to soften the blow. They called it an identity crisis. Others joked that Snow White fell faster than the poison apple. But behind the headlines, the truth was uglier. The movie didn't feel magical. It felt hostile. It rejected everything fans loved about the original. Even Rachel Zegler seemed disconnected. In past interviews, she came off cold, even condescending, claiming people would watch her regardless. She even brushed off critics, saying she didn't need their support. Ironically, the only one waiting to see Snow White was Rachel herself. No prince, no dwarves, just awkward CGI goblins. In the end, fans saw the wreck coming from miles away. Rachel's own words may have doomed it before it even hit theaters.
Original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so.
Okay.
There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Weird. And then it became like, I will elbow everyone out of the way to play the part. That people will assume is a love story just because, like, we cast a guy in the movie, Andrew Burnap. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
I say, if I'm going to stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online.
And we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.
Rachel Zegler, thanks for coming on my show. I sold out years ago and I'm a coward. So you recently starred in the movie Snow White. Tell me, what was it like to play Snow Latina?
First of all, Stephen, it was weird. But I did enjoy reimagining the character as a woke Colombian woman who looks like a fish.
Well, I sold out years ago and I'm a coward. Are you surprised that everyone hates the movie?
Not at all. Society is far too racist and misogynist to appreciate the reimagining of a classic Disney princess as an ugly Colombian chick.
I sold out years ago and I'm a coward. You don't think making the movie a woke piece of garbage has anything to do with people hating it?
Not really. The original story has Snow White falling in love with a prince, but in the remake that's super weird and makes no sense.
What kind of prince would fall for a woke Colombian woman who looks like a fish? Wow, I sold out years ago and I'm a coward.
Thanks, Stephen.
In one now infamous quote, Rachel Zegler dismissed the criticism entirely, saying the original creator had no connection to her Snow White, and that people should just stay silent and accept it. Fans didn't just disagree, they felt erased, behind. The scenes, Rachel reportedly melted down after seeing Minecraft's brutal opening numbers. Her Snow White didn't just lose, it got flattened, steamrolled by a world made of blocks. Disney didn't just fumble the ball, they set their own. Castle on fire, and handed the crown to a pixelated empire.
This is attractive to you. Tell me if this is attractive to you. Like, imagine you invested into her being the face of the movie,
and she's the main character and she's trying to promote the movie, would this make you want to go watch the movie when she's starring in it and she's the main character? Go ahead, Rob. Play the clip.
And to everyone who hates when I win.
Picture this. It's a chill Saturday morning. You're casually scrolling your phone when suddenly, boom, the internet explodes. A new king of family entertainment has been crowned. And guess what? It's not wearing sparkly heels or a royal cape. It's rocking a chunky green 8-bit helmet. Yep, Minecraft didn't just show up, it detonated. It stormed into theaters like a TNT blast, raking in over $300 million worldwide before most theaters even finished warming the popcorn. While crowds took selfies with giant cardboard creepers, Snow White stumbled and crashed. Her big premiere, practically a ghost town. Empty lobbies, echoing footsteps, ushers vacuuming carpets instead of guiding crowds. Audiences didn't just walk away from the singing princess, they ran straight into the arms of a silent, square-headed adventurer. How did a bunch of pixel blocks dethrone a 90-year-old Disney legend? Stay tuned, because this story is wilder than anyone imagined, and it could change Hollywood forever. Let's rewind, heading into opening. Weekend, experts predicted Minecraft would do okay. Nothing mind-blowing. Meanwhile, Disney's sparkly reboot? Everyone assumed it would glide to $1 billion mark, because nostalgia never fails. Right? Wrong. Reality struck hard. Minecraft shattered expectations, raking in $157 million in the US by Sunday night, plus another $124 million overseas. Well, before Monday even began, it's now the biggest video game movie debut ever. But if even Disney's legends are crumbling, what fairy tale can we really believe in anymore?
Feels like Jack Black just getting thrown into a Minecraft
It
movie.
is. It's just me with a bigger beard. But, you know, it's the material that tells me how this guy's going to act. Because he's a madman who goes down under who wants to live in the mines and mine for all the different precious metals and interesting worlds underground. Yeah, I just sort of followed my instincts.
Snow White, with all its flashy ads, influencer promos, and emotional trailers featuring sad violins playing Someday My Prince Will Come, barely scraped past $43 million in the US globally. It couldn't even reach $90 million by the end. Of the week, theaters were empty, and that nostalgia campaign completely ignored. When the numbers first dropped, it looked like a typo. But once you saw the empty rows, you realized this wasn't just a flop. It was a full-on disaster. Week 2, Minecraft barely flinched, only dipping 33%, a solid result for a major release. Meanwhile, Snow White? It plummeted. Industry sites were scrambling, looking for new ways to say crash and burn. Experts predicted a 70% drop, and they were right. The film lost its mammabius audience fast, like apples falling from a tree in a storm. By week 2, headlines weren't about box office stats. They read like obituaries for Disney's remake strategy. But here's the thing. Flops like this don't just happen out of nowhere. The warning signs were always there. Early drafts of Snow White were circulating Hollywood like forbidden scrolls, each version desperately trying to erase anything considered old-fashioned or problematic. The dwarfs? Replaced. That magical kiss turned into a motivational quote. And the budget? It started at $200 million but crossed $250 million.
Okie dokie. I am walking into Snow White, 2 p.m., now seating. Let's see how empty it is. I hope it's off the boat we go. I hope. Sound like I hear a couple of people. One, two. Okay. 2.
The team kept insisting nostalgia would save them. After all, kids love Disney, right? Parents grew up on it, right? What could possibly go wrong? Then came the teaser trailer. Boom. There was the answer. instead of the sweet, dreamy princess. Everyone remembered, the audience was served a Snow White with a giant sword, sassy one-liners, and a crew of weird CGI creatures that looked like half-finished video game characters. The dwarfs? Gone. Replaced with creatures that were supposed to offend no one, yet somehow managed to offend everyone? And YouTube? It exploded. Reaction videos flooded in, some confused, others downright furious. It felt like people were expecting cake, and got handed a kale patty instead. No one was happy about it. Then, things took a darker turn. Rachel Zegler. Her talent was never questioned, but her press tour? It was a PR nightmare. At one red carpet event, she casually called the original, Prince a creepy stalker. During a late-night interview, she boldly claimed her version of Snow White didn't dream about some random guy.
You've told me before that your version of Snow White is different, and it's more of a 2022 version of Snow White. What did you mean by that?
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Weird. So we didn't do that this time.
Rachel Zegler, thanks for coming on my show. I sold out years ago and I'm a coward. So you recently starred in the movie Snow White. Tell me, what was it like to play Snow Latina?
First of all, Stephen, it was weird. But I did enjoy reimagining the character as a woke Colombian woman who looks like a fish.
Well, I sold out years ago and I'm a coward. Are you surprised that everyone hates the movie?
Not at all. Society is far too racist and misogynist to appreciate the reimagining of a classic Disney princess as an ugly Colombian chick.
I sold out years ago and I'm a coward. You don't think making the movie a woke piece of garbage has anything to do with people hating it?
Not really. The original story has Snow White falling in love with a prince, but in the remake that's super weird and makes no sense. What kind of prince would fall for a woke Colombian woman who looks like a fish?
Wow. I sold out years ago and I'm a coward.
Thanks, Stephen.
In a podcast that exploded across the internet, Rachel Zegler boldly declared, "Audiences will watch me no matter what." That statement, it didn't sit well. It felt like a challenge, and fans were more than ready to accept. The flames were already burning, and this only added fuel to the fire. Rachel's words made it clear. The movie wasn't made for them, the loyal fans who've loved Disney for decades. It felt like the ultimate betrayal. It was as if Rachel dared the internet to come for her. And of course, the internet did what it does best. Challenge accepted.
Who hates when I win? The winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people still line up to see her. And I can only hope that despite my flaws, and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them, that at every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
Disney's PR team, they could only watch, powerless. Rachel Zegler's bold quotes exploded across the internet, and the chaos spread faster than wildfire. Each soundbite hit harder than the last, taking over comment sections, fan pages, meme, accounts. It was everywhere. Disney fans, they felt personally attacked, while progressives saw through the promos thinking, this is supposed to be more than just a gimmick. The rest? They rolled their eyes and muttered, yeah, I'll skip. This one. And yet, Disney remained silent, hoping it would all die down. But it didn't. Instead, it only got worse. Industry reporters even gave it a name, the Poison Apple Tour. By premiere night, complete with a glitzy red carpet that literally reeked of apples, social media was already toxic. Fans were boycotting. In droves, meme lords, they turned Rachel into the face of movie flops. Film buffs were already predicting the crash before the lights dimmed. But the real bombshell, it didn't come from another Disney film. It came from Minecraft. While Disney fumbled, Minecraft was quietly making waves. Jack Black posting hilarious behind-the-scenes clips, making dad jokes, singing block-themed ballads. It was silly, carefree, and it wasn't trying to preach. Parents, gamers, and 30-somethings felt the realness. It was fun, not forced.
Today's presentation of a Minecraft movie. Please, no throwing popcorn, and also no lapis lazuli, and also absolutely no chicken jockeys! Oh, yeah! I am Steve. Look what I got. My actual pickaxe. Are you ready to rock? Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy a Minecraft movie! Roll the projector. How are we doing?
Opening night for Minecraft felt like a gamer's paradise. Kids dressed in paper pickaxes, teens yelling creeper sounds. Some even showed up in full diamond armor. Then, when the Ender Dragon appeared, the entire theater erupted. Rows of people stood up, cheering in perfect sync. The hype didn't die with the credits. No, it only intensified. Fans stayed glued to their seats, waiting for the post-credit scenes. Twitter, it exploded with clips. Packed theaters screaming punchlines, as if they were at a rock concert.
Don't make me sing the whole thing. Dude, I love it when you take a bite of that thing.
La 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 lava, chicken. Steam lava chicken, yes, tasty as hell. Ooh, mamacita, now you're ringing the bell. Friends, being juicy, now you're having a snack. Ooh, super spicy, it's a lava attack.
Pretty good, huh? Clickbait.
We're going for the clickbait. What's more fun, acting opposite each other or acting opposite like CGI villagers?
Oh, off each other. Sorry, there's no clickbait here because we're total agreement. I mean, look, sometimes the job calls for acting opposite imaginary CGI creatures, and we did that. Yeah. And if I don't mind saying so, we're damn good at it too. Screaming at things that aren't there. But the best is when we're going toe-to-toe against each other. It's the best. Yeah, man. That's when the fireworks really go off.
Across town, Snow White's screenings were a complete disaster. Theaters, half empty. Some barely sold 10 tickets. Managers posting photos of empty seats and untouched Apple-themed merch, trying to laugh through the pain. It became a meme. Blockbuster versus Blockbusted. And the chaos inside Disney? A nightmare. Meetings? Dead silence, except for awkward throat clears. Marketing? Pointing fingers at the script, saying last-minute rewrites ruined everything. The creative team? Claiming. They gave exactly what was asked. A modernized story to attract everyone. Finance? Circling cost reports like vultures, calling out every overrun. Behind the scenes, whispers flew. Rachel Zegler's comments sparked the fire, but no one wanted to admit who started it. Rumors spread that higher-ups wanted to pull Snow White from premium screens just to avoid the embarrassment of nearly empty theaters under a massive 50-foot princess. Meanwhile, Warner Brothers was celebrating, reposting fan art, engaging in real time with fans, respecting them. They knew how to do it. The victory, not just in box office numbers, it was the buzz. In Minecraft's theaters, it wasn't just a movie, it was a movement. 8-year-olds, debating redstone circuits, adults reminiscing about their first dirt hut. The key? Minecraft never talked down to anyone. It was fun, adventurous, and real. Critics? They said the plot was blocky. But fans? They loved it. Came back for more. Why? Because real enthusiasm sells. Minecraft didn't just make a movie. It made an experience. And the lesson Hollywood should learn? People want meaning. But only when it's authentic. If it's forced, they'll walk away. Disney forgot that. And the result? Parents turned elsewhere. Kids went viral on TikTok. Adult fans broke down the film in viral videos, giving Minecraft more free promo.
Dave, what did he say? What? What did he say? He said they might be minded.
Snow White is on the brink of disaster. Disney executives are in panic mode. Behind closed doors, there's talk of dropping the film early, straight to streaming, cutting new edits, shelving the theme park tie-ins quietly. And shareholders? They're on edge. Their worst fears? The brand is on the line. The legacy is at risk. Meanwhile, across town, Warner Brothers is thriving. They're already planning the next Minecraft sequel, plotting out new merchandise deals, plush pigs, Ender, dragons, pixelated everything. One studio is counting losses, the other counting possibilities. And the lesson here, it's not that you can't update a classic, it's how you do it. When remakes are driven by passion, they succeed. When they come from a place of disdain or worse, superiority, they crumble. Audiences feel the difference. They know when creators truly care, and they know when they don't. That's why, weeks after its release, Minecraft is still the talk of the town. Fans are posting Easter egg discoveries, making theory videos, debating which DLC world deserves its own movie. Snow White, what was meant to be Disney's big return, is now a complete catastrophe. Fans are in a frenzy, dissecting every mistake. What went wrong? Bad casting? Too much forced messaging? Or maybe, just maybe, it was the film's sheer lack of excitement? Here's the thing. Studios are watching closely, and they're shifting their strategies. The next wave of reboots, they're suddenly all about staying true to the original. Press releases are now focused on how much the cast respects the legacy, not how they're trying to reinvent it. But here's the twist. Executives are panicking. They're clamping down on interviews, controlling every move. They're now pushing an audience-first mentality. But here's the burning question. Will this lead to better films? Or just better PR? One thing's certain. The Snow White disaster has rocked the entire industry.
The fact that it's about the humanity and it's about nature as well, and it's a beautiful story about an amazing girl who wants to find the true self of hers, that is just so appealing and so special.
I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again. Like, I'm being so serious. I watched it once and then I went on the ride in Disney World, which was called Snow White's Scary Adventures. Doesn't sound like something a little kid would like. Was terrified of it. Never revisited Snow White again. So I watched it for the first time in probably 16, 17 years.
Rachel Zegler's story? It's far from over. Think of it as a choose-your-own-adventure book. The next chapter? It all depends on where the industry goes. She still has a loyal fan base. She's still tied to a multi-picture deal. So yes, there's potential for a comeback. But here's the catch. It only works if she lands a role that embraces the original magic, not one that reworks it into a lecture. But here's the truth. The internet never forgets. Every time her name pops up in a casting announcement, those memes return. Side-by-sides of empty Snow White theaters versus packed Minecraft screenings. And now, people are left questioning. Is she the scapegoat? Or is she a warning? Sure, it's easy to say this mess is just a win for anti-woke critics. That's the common take in the comments. But zoom in, and it's deeper than that.
After Snow White released, actress Rachel Zegler went to see her movie in an empty theater, showing how nobody wanted to watch the movie.
It's not that people hate social commentary, they just don't want it forced down their throats. They want meaning, yes, but they want it wrapped in story, heart, and sincerity. Look at Inside Out. It tackled anxiety and growing up, and still had audiences laughing and crying. Look at Marvel's early days. Real-world issues, but action, character, and soul kept it grounded. The problem with Snow White? The message drowned out the magic. So now, the question remains. What's next for Disney? Do they play it safe? Do they re-release their old classics? Or do they reimagine again, but this time with respect, balance, and integrity? Whatever they choose, the ripple effects will be massive. This isn't just about movies. It's about theme parks, streaming, deals, shareholder calls. It's the entire machine. Meanwhile, over at Minecraft, they've already set the blueprint for success. Keep it light, keep it fun, stay true to the source. Let fans enjoy the ride. Other studios are watching. There's buzz about Animal Crossing, Zelda, even Tetris sequels. But forget the corporate talk for a second. Here's what really matters. And it's glowing like neon lights over every theater. Audiences reward sincerity. They feel it when creators care. They walk away when it feels like they're being lectured, not entertained. In 2025, that message was loud and clear. Not just in ticket sales, but in fan art, cosplay, online buzz. You can't fake that. Still wondering how a $300 million opening feels? Let me paint you a picture. Imagine a tall, thriving oak tree, its roots deep in love, strong because it grew in the right soil. Now picture a tiny, withering sapling, decorated in glitter but never nurtured. It looks shiny, sure, but it's barely hanging on. Audiences saw the difference. They always do. And they spoke louder than any critic, louder than any angry hashtag, louder than the endless hype tweets before the premiere. Their message was crystal clear: respect the magic or lose it. So what did we learn today? Never underestimate the power of pixels, never mess with the magic, and never assume fans won't see through the glitter and notice the cracks. If you felt the weight of this breakdown, smash that like button, drop your hot take in the comments, and hit subscribe for more brutally honest deep dives into the drama behind the screen.